orange bird. What a cute little character. If you keep an eye out, you can usually spot this bird in Adventureland. And these days, you can definitely spot the orange bird on the countless pieces of Disney merchandise. From keychains to magic bands to even dresses. They said many guests, especially younger ones, might be wondering, just who is the orange bird and where did he come from? To find out, we have to go back to 1969, just 2 years before the opening of Walt Disney World. Like much of the park, and like most of Disneyland over in California, Disney plans to use corporate sponsorships to help pay for the construction and upkeep of attractions. One organization that was eager and willing to work with Disney was the Florida Citrus Commission, a board of appointed representatives of the state's citrus growers, professors, and packers. However, they couldn't really figure out what exactly to sponsor. There weren't any rides or attractions that felt like a perfect fit. So at Disney's suggestion, they sponsored the closest fit, that was the tropical themed Enchanted Tiki Room. For $3 million and a 10-year commitment, the Florida Citrus Commission would sponsor the attraction, along with a connected juice bar that would sell orange juice and other snacks. As part of the sponsorship, the attraction, which was named Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room over in Disneyland, would be renamed to the Tropical Serenade in the Magic Kingdom. This name would stick around until 1997, when it was eventually replaced with the Enchanted Tiki Room under new management. The juice bar would be renamed the Sunshine Tree Terrace, and it would operate there for 44 years before switching locations with Aloha Isle Refreshments, which was also in Adventureland. The sponsor would also call for one more thing. The Citrus Commission wanted some kind of character identifier with Disney that they could use for not only the park and juice bar, but also at events outside of the Magic Kingdom. Disney, however, was not about to let any of their iconic characters be used for that representation. They were very protective of that kind of thing, so instead Disney opted to design a new character and mascot from scratch, and so the orange bird was born. The character wasn't widely popular or anything, but the orange bird did well for himself, all things considered. He could be found as a walk-around character in Adventureland near the Sunshine Terrace. A cartoon version of the orange bird was featured in commercials and 2 educational films, one called Fruits and Fun, A Nutritious Adventure, and the other being The Orange Bird and the Nutritious Bandwagon. There was even a record put out with songs written by the famous Sherman Brothers and performed by Anita Bryant that told the story of the orange. Everything was just peachy, but also turned out to be pricey for the Florida Citrus Commission. Since Disney owned the rights to the orange bird, they had to pay a fee for every appearance the bird made. On top of that, when the sponsorship was renewed after the intentional 10 years, the rate of the sponsorship went up from $150,000 a year to $190,000 a year. Additionally, they paid another $135,000 for a second juice bar and in Fantasyland. Ultimately, the 2 bars wouldn't end up selling enough snacks to make the cost of the sponsorship. So in 1987, when the sponsorship extension reached its end, the Florida Citrus Commission decided not to renew. With the loss of the sponsorship came a loss of the orange bird. For 17 years, the mascot wasn't much but a memory of those who visited in the 70s and 80s. Then in 2004, in Japan, of all places, the orange bird made a comeback. Merchandise for the character was made for Tokyo Disneyland and guests loved it. They took to the cuteness of the character. The orange bird merch also made for a great gift for Orange Day, which took place on April 14th in Japan, similar to Valentine's Day. It was a great holiday in which couples exchanged gifts, usually orange in color or in some cases, literal oranges. The character eventually found its way back to the States, and by 2012, the orange bird was once again a featured character of the Sunshine Tree Terrace. Since then, his popularity has only grown, with all sorts of orange bird merch being introduced. The orange bird even made a cameo appearance in the 2016 comic book series Disney Kingdom's Enchanted Tiki Room. In my opinion, the orange bird is a testament to the talent of the folks behind the Disney company. While he's no Mickey Mouse, what started as a minor sponsorship mascot has become a cult character loved by many nearly 50 years old, that he's yet another part of Disney's rich history. Goodbye, everybody.